Hi, welcome to week 5 in business communications. I was listening to a podcast this morning and it was talking about the movie Groundhog Day. And in Groundhog Day, the title character, the main character, relives the same day over and over and over. And once he realizes what's happening, then he starts making changes in what he does, and he helps people out, and he does different things just to make everybody's lives a little better. And the announcer on the podcast was talking about how we have the opportunity every day in a way to live each day over. Every day we're given a new 24 hours. My dad used to call it every day was a present. It was a gift, and it was up to us how we used the 24 hours that we were given. And the podcast was talking about not dwelling on any of the mistakes that we made yesterday, because we had the opportunity to make things right today. If we'd done something right yesterday, we could continue doing it right today. And what was even more incredible was that we have another chance tomorrow to start all over again. So, what are you going to do with the 24 hours that you've been given? Now, if you're watching this, and I'm taping this on Friday, the midterm exam, of course, is due. And so if you don't have it done, you still have some time to do it tomorrow. But after that, sorry. But you will have the opportunity to do the assignments for week 5 coming up. So let's get into the class and see what is going on today in class and what will be going on tomorrow. So here in business communications this week, week 4, was the midterm exam. And again, it was timed. So hopefully you had an opportunity to work on that. Hopefully you'll have it turned in. Let's see, it's due the 16th. So that's Sunday evening. So make sure that you get that turned in. After everybody has turned it in, I will be reviewing the submissions, and that there are a lot of people who have gotten the same question incorrect. Then I will go in and I will make adjustments to the grade. I will look at the questions and I will see, is it something that maybe was worded funny? Was that the reason everybody or the majority of the people got that question wrong? What happened? So, but I will adjust the scores based on my evaluation of the exam after Sunday, so probably won't happen until Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. So you might see an adjustment in your midterm exam score after that point in time. Now this week, week 5, is looking at creating messages, and you'll notice it's a little bit different in that we are looking at 3 chapters this week. There's just no getting around it. You don't have any practice exams on any of the chapters this week. I did take those out, but you do have the Learn It exams and the Apply It exams on each one of the chapters. You're going to be looking at crafting messages, neutral messages, positive messages. Those are usually pretty easy for people to do, right? Good news that's easy to impart, right? But what if you want to talk somebody into doing something? Might take a little more thinking, a little more different. It's a different word choice to try to persuade somebody to your way of thinking. And then, of course, there's those bad news messages. It's been a lot in the news lately. A lot of people have been getting some email messages letting them know that their position is no longer required where they work. Those are bad news messages. How do you go about crafting those? that's what this week looks at. How do you craft written messages so that your message gets across in a way that does not cause any more stress than it needs to? Okay, so let's dive right in here. You've got a discussion board, and here in the discussion board, let's see what that question is. Talking about communicating bad, negative messages. How do you do that ethically? What type of standards should you look at? Now, you only need to look at 2 of these prompts and look at them. There's 4 on here. You only have to address 2 of them and just talk about your thoughts on maintaining high standards and why it is critical to be a successful communicator. You need to learn how to talk and be professional when you are delivering and communicating negative messages in the workforce. So look at these 4 and you only need to choose 2 of them. Then going back into 5, there is the why do bad news messages matter to me? How about crafting messages? Now this is worth 3 points. It's kind of like an overview of these 3 chapters. Looks at some scenarios and then you need to pick the best answer. Make sure you look at the flashcards. Look over the chapters before you go into the learn it and the apply it. Even though these are open book quizzes, you will learn a lot more by reading through the chapters. And the information this week is crucial because next week you're going to have a written assignment. And it's going to take what you learn from these chapters this week and you're going to be applying it in an email message next week. So make sure you pay attention to these 3 chapters this week. So chapter 6 is looking at neutral and positive messages. Chapter 7, persuasive messages. And then chapter 8 is going to be devoted to bad news messages. The discussion board is due February 22nd, along with the bad news messages, that first question, and chapter 6. Chapter 7 and Chapter 8 are both due by Sunday, February 23rd, so make sure that you get those turned in on time. As always, I'm here for you. Reach out if you have any questions. We can do a Zoom meeting, we can do a phone call, whatever we need. I want you to be successful and think about what are you going to do with your 24 hours. Now, when I'm taping this message to you, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so about halfway over? I don't know. What am I going to do with the rest of my hours today? What type of difference am I going to make? And what about tomorrow? Opportunity to make some changes and to look at what am I going to do in life? What am I going to do different? He also asked a question. 3 questions he said to think about. What do I have in my life? What do I want in my life? And are there things that are stopping me from getting what I want in my life that I could get rid of? Now, family doesn't count. Can't get rid of family, guys. But I thought those were some pretty heavy questions to think about, too. Got a lot to think about. Think about crafting those messages, answering those learn it and apply it quizzes. Reach out if you have any questions. Have a great week.